Welcome to Sandy, Utah, and another edition of Comcast High School Rewind as the Alta Hawks prepare to take on the Brighton Bengals in a Region 3 match. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. What a game we have for you here today. The number 1 Brighton Bengals and the number 2 Alta Hawks. We will start first with the visiting Bengals, number 1 team in the state, undefeated, 12-0 overall, 6-0 in region play, and they have just been tough defensively all around on the season. They've only allowed 6 goals, only 1 in region play, and they have been absolutely dynamite. Starting keep today for the Bengals is going to be Colton Savage. He has 5 shutouts on the season, and then Ben Perkins, a name to watch for on these Bengals. He always shines on High School Rewind. In fact, aside from that, he also had a hat trick in their last game, a 6-0 victory over Jordan. He scored 3 goals in that one, and then you can't forget Matt Coffey and, of course, Seth Fankhauser, one of the best ball handlers in the state for these Bengals. We'll switch sides now, talk a little bit about the Hawks. You know, this is a team that has flown a little under the radar, 12-1 overall, 6-1 in region play. That lone loss coming to these Bengals. That was a game at Rio Tinto that we had for you, a 1-0 loss to the Bengals, but they have been stellar as well, and you can't mention the Hawks without talking about Marshall Miller, their stud forward, or midfielder. He does it all for the Hawks. A very good ball handler. He leads them in scoring, has 14 goals on the season. Then playing keep today for them is going to be Dylan McAleese, a solid keeper for the Hawks. He was absolutely great in that first match against the Bengals. The lone goal he gave up was on a PK, ended up being the difference. They're going to need him to be stellar today because points are certainly going to be at a premium against this great Bengals squad. But going to be an exciting game, a very great game. The lead in Region 3 on the line, as well as a potential number 1 ranking here in the state of Utah. So going to be dynamite. We've told you a little bit about the teams, and now we'll head down to the field and get this one underway. And we are underway here from Alta High School. And the Bengals in their road blue uniforms, Alta in the home white. This kick taken by Brandon Tripp, sends it up that far wing, and then this one tried to be centered and out of play. This one put in play underneath by the Bengals. Now right around midfield with Cook, up to Perkins. He's going to touch it up that far touchline. That pass turned back over. Perkins, now that one is poked away by Sheffield. Nice job by Connor Sheffield stepping in. That one was just beyond Miller. Talked about him in our open for the Hawks. He's wearing number 10. Drop back against Sheffield. He sends that up and beyond all of his teammates. Talked about Savage, solid keeper for these Bengals as he puts this one in play, and look at that ball just die in the wind. A vicious wind blowing from right to left here today, and so Brighton is going to have to play into that in this first half as they drop this back to Zach Bernardo. This one beyond Perkins, but nice play coming back there. Those deflected off of him. Thrown in, looking for Miller. He heads it back to Porter. Porter's been good on High School Rewind this year. Nice ball movement here by the Bengals. That one was just beyond Fankhauser. Talked about him in our open as well. Back to Tripp and deflected out of play. Middle of the field with Valerio. He's going to drop it back up to Miller. Nice pass looking for Valerio, middle of the field. Broken up by the Bengals. Fankhauser now has pursuit from behind, tries to cut off Affleck, and there's Alta to break up the play. Miller, nice little pass back to Porter, and that one beyond Miller. This one again dies near midfield. Perkins comes back on the challenge. Now Brogue will drop it all the way back to Savage again. Going to need to keep this ball low here in this first half. And Alta will have their chance to experience that pleasure in the second. Trip to throw in, and this one bounced between a couple Hawks as Fankhauser lets it roll out. Throws in quickly and finds Matthew Coffey. Of course, he's the guy who drew the penalty in that first matchup against the Hawks in the box. It led to the Perkins penalty kick and the lone goal in what was a doozy of a game at Rio Tinto. And Alta looking for a little revenge here today. It's Coffee playing this up to Brogue. Nice job coming over by Aaron Wooden for the Hawks and clearing. Back to Savage. That one got a lot of air under it. Not many Hawks up, and Brighton able to control. Looking down for Coffee beyond him. As Wooden again will send it back to the offensive side of the field. That's out off Fankhauser. Bain tries to push that up, but it's turned over. Coffee, nice pass to Perkins, though it went out. Sheffield has that stolen by Coffee. Over to Perkins. Talked about his 3-goal game and that 6-0 victory that Brighton just had over Jordan. Up to Cook. Nice job finding Bernardo now. He's going to try to send this in the box. That one getting ahead on it was Tripp, still bouncing around. Fankhauser now trying to settle it. Boy, beautiful job finding Coffee, and then stolen by Aaron Wooden. Nice play as Coffee was in the box, and have to respect his offensive capabilities. Second in the team in scoring this season for Brighton. Now Fankhauser takes it away again and can't find space as Bain comes out with it. And now Alta looking to counter. Oh boy, nice ideas. They were trying to find Valerio. Now this is going to roll up the near touchline. Porter giving chase, and Bernardo. Boy, he was going to try to let that roll out. Nice job by Porter not giving up on it. Now Sheffield up in support. He's tripped up and will have a kick for the Hawks. Brandon Tripp will take this kick in the box. That one cleared out easily by the Bengals. Coffee now. No call coming. Brighton would have liked to call. And then cleared to midfield. As Wooden will come over. That one launched into the box and handled easily by Savage. Perkins able to get ahead on it, though. Alta able to control now. And now a whistle call against the Hawks. This one's sent up looking for Coffee. He's cut off by Tripp. Boy, nice move right there. This one's centering that McAleese is able to punch out initially. And Alta able to get it out of dangerous territory. Affleck looks to send that up that far touchline. Giving chase is Tempest, but it's out of play. Coming near side. That time it took a tough bounce on Bernardo. He's able to retreat and collect it. Coffee trying to settle it. His pass was deflected by Sheffield. Looking for Bain now. Back to Covey. Nice ball movement here by the Hawks. Bain, his pass is deflected out. Miller heads that one up. Now Valerio. Sorry, that wasn't Valerio. That was actually Tempest. And then Miller will put it on net. Savage collects it. This one thrown in underneath. Fankhauser with it now. Sheffield came up on him, able to find Coffee at midfield. Now giving chase is Jay Jones. Back defensively was Michael Porter. And he will send this up the field. That one nearly turned over. And then a foul called here on Miller. Campbell will take this kick for the Bengals. Affleck sends it right back to him. That was Tempest who gave chase. That time Bernardo sends it down the field to Coffee. And then a foul. This one's going to go against Coffee as he used that shoulder. McAleese sends it out to Porter. Challenged by Coffee. He will get the throw in. Looking up now for Warren Cook. He's got it. Marked by Wid Covey. He can't save that one, and we'll have a goal kick. This one, boy, sent up beautifully. It was a nice job by Porter Criddle as he just kind of shielded off Tempest, who's trying to come up to gain possession. Perkins, header, goes right to Valerio. Now Marshall Miller with it. You can see them close down on him. That one was a little too hot for Sheffield to handle, though Alta still with possession. Now this one looking for Miller and broken up nicely by Andrew Campbell. Now Coffey. A nice challenge there by Covey, though it's off him. You can see Brighton relentless on the attack, trying to get the ball in quickly. Boy, beautiful drop that time to Coffey. Though his wall pass back to Perkins was broken up. As is that pass from Porter. Perkins, centering pass. Cook drops it. And Coffey's pass broken up, though Fankhauser, nice job retreating and collecting it. Boy, look at Fankhauser get around this D in the box, and that one is deflected. Fankhauser able to regain possession for the Bengals. That centering pass deflected, and a nice defensive trip for Brandon Tripp as he broke up a couple Fankhauser attempts on that one. Perkins, see him dribble into space. Coffey was trying to leave it for him again, and that time again broken up by the Hawks as now Miller tried to get it to Tempest. Boy, nice job chasing that down. How about the hustle from Billy Affleck, keeping that in play? It looked for certain like it was going to roll out. Back with Brighton. Criddle pushes it outside. Now this one's sent up, giving chase to it is Coffey. Marked by Covey. Boy, what a dribble move through the legs, and then coming out was McAleese to smother that one. Boy, give a lot of credit to McAleese that time. Always difficult for a keeper to know. Read that one beautifully and able to take away the chance from Coffey. Marshall Miller that time got tripped up. Would have been an offside on Coffey, so he laid off and allowed the Hawks possession. Covey up to Valerio. Centering pass now. Bain. That one just punched out by Brighton. Tripp with it again for these Hawks. Sends that one up into space. Now looking for Perkins. Flag is up. Flag is up, and the official still doesn't see it. And now he will make the call. Wooden's kick. Miller trying to contend for possession. Boy, giving chase that time was Bernardo. And then a call going against Miller. Bernardo looked to midfield, no one home. Miller back to Porter. He looks to serve this up in the box. Boy, that one headed out by Campbell. It's nearly a great opportunity for Sheffield. Looking up for Perkins. He tried to drop that back to Jay Jones. Challenge effectively won by Jones. Now Coffey chasing it down. Nice job keeping that in play. Dribbles into the box. Centering pass that's broken up initially. Then, boy, beautiful job keeping that in play. Looked like just beyond McAleese. May have gotten a piece of it. If not, he was certainly helped out by that defense to clear the opportunity. That was Finney, who just checked into the game, had it taken away as Homer and Wallace both come on for the Bengals. This one thrown out to Campbell. Back to Finney. Nice job getting rid of that as Valerio was closing quickly. Headed out by Tripp, but Coffey able to control it. Perkins. And then that one just poked out off Sheffield. That pass intended for Finney. Bain with it now. It looked like that one hit Finney right in the noggin. Miller back to Porter. Nice job finding Valerio now. Time and space. Gonna try that far side of the field now. Tempest, he tried to send that one up for Affleck. Looked like maybe some miscommunication there, and it's out off of Affleck. Thrown in now. That one deflected by Sheffield. Looking up the field now. Brighton looking to attack again. And that time, it was the defensive Aaron Wooden who was able to take it away from the Bengals. Coffey back to Campbell. He's going to look to Finney. Fankhauser had that one go through his legs and back to the Hawks. Coming near side now with Zach Wallace. Nice job by Perkins there, getting it to Fankhauser now. He tries to play it up to Coffey, and there was Porter with an outstanding play. As Tripp will look to clear it again. Now Marshall Miller. Talk about his scoring prowess, only a junior. And Marshall Miller, one of 5A's leading scorers. Porter looks to throw in. Back to Porter now. This one trying to change ends of the field. Looked like it took a tough bounce against Affleck and out of play. Thrown into Finney. That pass deflected out of play. Marquez comes on for the Hawks as Bernardo comes back on for the Bengals. As I believe it was a Alta fan over there who took a shot in the face, but doing okay. Fankhauser now has that one kicked out by Covey. Fankhauser throws into Homer, and that one kicked out. Thrown in again to Homer. Nice job by Valerio coming back and challenging. Now Valerio's going to send this up. Miller with it. Now Brandon Tripp. Plays it up for Marquez. And that one taken away. Nice job collapsing that time by the Bengals to create the turnover. And they're looking up the field again. This time it's going to be Fankhauser who's able to collect possession after a couple players missed the header, and then this one thrown behind Perkins. And then that's out of play off of Brighton. Covey will throw, and he was trying to get it to Miller. Bernardo wouldn't let him. Midway through this opening half, as we come to a close in the 21st minute. Still no score here between number 1 Brighton and number 2 Alta. They were looking up for Perkins. He had a run. Broken up nicely by Alta and Wooden, who had it there and kicked it up the field. Giving chase now a couple Hawks, including Marquez and Tempest, as Savage will pick it up. Sheffield heads that right back up, and then that one was just beyond a leaping Tempest. Finney out to Coffey now. He's going to try to send this one up to a running Homer, broken up by Covey, as Marquez can't keep that in play. Jay Jones and Warren Cook both back on for the Bengals. Miller's going to try to throw this outside to Porter. Fankhauser came back to collect possession for Brighton. Jones has that pass broken up by Miller. Coffee throws that one back up as McAleese will gather it. Got a little Brighton Bengals student section here at Alta High School today. And now following the ball up in the air with their chances coming back will be Brandon Tripp. He'll let it roll out. Tripp throwed it up to midfield and gathered by Brogue and back to Savage. Challenge at midfield, won by Sheffield. Jones tries to gather it. Valerio able to gather possession. That one hit the back of Tempest. Boy, nice job by Valerio getting it right back, and now a nice challenge along that far touchline as it's out off of Alta. Well, it'll be overruled. Thrown in quickly and then knocked out of Alta this time. Thrown into Brogue. Then turned over. Here's Porter with it. Boy, that one was just a little behind Marshall Miller. But now Valerio. Looked like he was going to try to throw that on net as Brogue came over and deflected it. Boy, nice ball handling there by Eric Marquez. And now this one trying to be sent up to Miller. He heads it back, and then that one off the side of the foot of Christian Bain. Trying to get up to Bain again, and a whistle against the Bengals. Marshall Miller looks to take this kick from just beyond 30 yards. He will put it on net. Savage gathers it. He will roll it out now to Zach Bernardo. Looking up the field. What a ball. Up to Homer. Boy, nice challenge there by Porter, though. Cook still able to come away with it, and then Bain just took it away from him. How about Bain? Some nice footwork there, and another foul this time going to be called on Brogue. In play quickly now. Porter looked like he wanted to fire that one off the side of his foot. Perkins and Finney on for the Bengals. Meanwhile, Bryson Colomere makes his debut in the game for the Hawks. This challenge and a whistle going against Sheffield of the Alta Hawks. Campbell will take this kick from the other side of midfield. He is deadly in these situations. Gets it to Finney. He dribbles it a little further out. Looking up for Perkins that time and turned over. Colomere looks to drop, and that is out off of Fordham. Tripp throws into Colomere. That time Jones saved it. Now Fankhauser with it. Bain was closing in on him. Up to Coffey now. Has Camboris trying to defend him. Centering pass that's headed out by Tripp, and then just beyond Finney. This one fired and hits the post. What a shot put on, and then that one's over the net as Jay Jones, frustrated, missed that one by inches. Boy, what a shot by Jay Jones in the 28th minute. Of course, just missed the net, and we are still scoreless here from Alta High School. Now Connor Sheffield with it midfield. That pass deflected by Fankhauser as he tries to win possession here. Finney again. Nice job by Brighton getting the ball into space. Now up to Coffey, giving chase. Dribbles back in around Camboris. Is going to throw this one towards the net. And there is McAleese as Perkins was trying to make a run in the box. High bounce off the kick from McAleese. Sent back up. Sheffield there. Being volleyed back and forth. Fankhauser pushes it outside now. That time Cook warding off Colomere to keep possession for the Bengals. Back to Cook now as the Sun starts to poke back out here. Perkins now playing it over to Coffee. These two play so well together. Coffee in the box. Trying to get around the defense of Cam Boris. Beautifully played, however, by the junior defender. And now Michael Porter with it. Time and space. Tries to send this up the field. Was looking the way of Colomir. Now Miller is going to take it away from Jay Jones. That one attempted to be thrown back up by Jay Jones. This one beyond everyone. And Cam Boris will collect it. He looks to send this one deep and does. That challenge was just over everyone as Marquez tries to give chase, but Savage will pick it up easily. Just rolls it underneath to Campbell. Fankhauser able to get ahead on that one, though. Now it's Bain with it. Gives it to Colomir. Near side now with Porter. He tried to touch that one up for Miller. Now Jay Jones. Brighton looking to take advantage, though that one's beyond Finney as Tripp comes back for it, or comes up for it, I should say. Porter again. Throws this up to Miller. You can see this Brighton defense drop. Now Valerio, he looked like he tried to touch that one up, but it rolled under him. This one thrown up into space and given back to the Bengals. Looking up for Cook. Instead it found Cam Boris of the Hawks. And then that one is kicked out off of Bernardo. Diamond on for the Hawks. Brogue on for the Bengals. As now this will be Bernardo. Tries to send this up for Perkins. Challenged by Sheffield. Perkins still has it. He will push this outside to his defense. Fordham. That time it was Marquez who was able to come back and challenge it. Taken back away by Fordham now. And then a beautiful challenge by Marquez to get it right back. As Colomir looks to head that one up. It will find Marshall Miller. Now Marquez plays it up for Colomir. Miller. And that one came off of him. Turned right back over to Marquez. Being defended by Fordham, and Fordham wins that battle. We'll pass it to Criddle. And now a call. This one kicked up. Takes a bounce as a pair of 11s go at it and kicked out off of Camboris. Fankhauser centers to Cook. Marked by Diamond. Tried to pass that one up, broken up. Boy, nice job by Diamond. Pushing that to Sheffield in the middle of the field. Now Miller. Well, he was looking to get it up to Diamond, though it looked like Diamond had stopped. Is now trying to settle it. That time was Coffee. And then deflected off of Porter. In the 34th minute now, still no score. As Bernardo sends this up. Now Coffee with it, trying to get around the defense of Camboris. That one deflected off of Camboris for a Bengal corner. Matthew Coffee will take the corner. This one sent and then headed out initially by Miller. Still in the box, Jones' header was controlled by the Hawks. Up with Marshall Miller again as he tries to get around these Bengal defenders. And now a whistle as Jay Jones is down. Matthew Coffee will take this kick. Served into the box. And that time headed out by Sheffield. Perkins trying to get around the defense of Sheffield. Nice job not leaving him. And now a call against the Bengals. Quickly put in by Bain. Marquez now. Up for Colomir. That one misplayed, and Criddle will come back as he kicks it out of play. 36th minute complete. Alta still with the wind at their backs. That one was served up nicely by Tripp, though I believe it was Campbell who got a head on it and out for the Bengals. Now Perkins able to head this one to himself. He's looking to create an opportunity all by himself as he's able to dribble back against the defensive Wooden. Now he will await the assistance of his teammates. Near side with Bernardo. Miller was closing down on him. Boy, nice job by Porter that time for the Hawks. Cook not giving up on it. And now back with Campbell. He now turns the field to Fordham. This one sent up. McAleese will come out and catch it. That time it was the defensive Cam Boris who was getting in the way of Coffey making a run at that one. Perkins, you can see that big tall body for the Bengals. Wins another challenge. Now Coffey on that far side. Boy, nice job trying to get around Tripp. And that one's deflected out of play. It'll be another Bengal. No, it'll be a goal kick for the Hawks. Comes on for the Hawks. Homer on for the Bengals. As McAleese's kick is headed up by Miller. Nice job by Campbell. Finding Cook. Bernardo now. That one was just behind Perkins. Porter throws this up to Miller. Boy, a nice job that time by Porter Criddle. So he was able to cut in front of Miller and let his Keep Savage come out and gather it. Porter doesn't give up on it, though. Sent back up by Bernardo. That one headed by a leaping Brogue. Finds Cam Boris. Trying to get around Cook. Cook creates the turnover, though. And now an opportunity for the Bengals as Coffey looks to center. That one got through the leg of Tripp, but ended up being behind Perkins. And he will drop this back now to Fordham. Back to Perkins. Fordham able to step up now. He looks to dribble into the box. Played over to Fankhauser. That time coming over Sheffield. As this one is high. Now looking for Perkins on that far side. Flag is up and an offside on Perkins and the Bengals. The kick from McAleese. We are in the closing minutes of this opening half as that one is headed out of play off of Fordham. Affleck back on for the Hawks. That one looked like it was going to be taken away by Coffey, but the Hawks came away with it. Now Sheffield has that pass deflected and taken away. Fankhauser. He's going to look to send it up, and it does bounce over Cam Boris. He will drop back now to give chase as Perkins running up on him. McAleese looks to send it up, but it ends up right upon the shin of Homer. And Cam Boris will push this out of play. Perkins looks to throw in now, trying to get it to Fankhauser in the middle of the field. He was able to touch it over to Brogue. Coffey looked to play back to him. Couldn't get there, and the whistle blows. We are midway through. Still no score between the Bengals and the Hawks. Second half underway. Hawks start with possession now. They get the task of going into this wind, which was a little hit and miss in that first half, and I'm sure the Hawks would appreciate it if it was a little more miss than hit. Now Brighton with the wind at their back. They send this one up to Perkins. He tried to center that one to Coffey. It was a nice idea, but it was a little behind him. As it goes back to the Hawks. Jay Jones with it. Looked to play that up to Cook instead. Nice play made by Michael Porter to break it up. Bain's kick. Look at the wind just push that one back and out of play. Fordham. Perkins, little two-man game there. Up to Fankhauser. He tried to dribble it right through Tripp. Coming up in support, Fordham. And then that one sent out by the Hawks. Criddle has that one out of play. Tripp threw that one into Tempest. Back to Tempest now. He tries to settle it. Miller with it. Look to play up to Valerio and coming over in support. Oh boy, almost given back to Valerio in the box. And this one's sent out off of the Bengals. Thrown in. Fancows are able to collect it for the Bengals. Sends it up to Coffey. Now Perkins. Man on as Sheffield comes from midfield to play defense. Coffey back to Perkins. Touches it back to Coffey. They were looking up to Fankhauser, and that one broken up nicely by Tripp. Affleck looked to play it up. Instead, it went right to Fordham. Bain unable to get a lot of velocity on that header as Perkins then missed. And you can see how the Bengals just use space so well to get the ball out of pressure situations. Sheffield able to make amends for that missed header. Passed it outside. Porter now turns it back in. Miller able to make a nice play on the ball. They wanted to come near side to Affleck, but that one was short. McAleese rolls this to himself. He will now put it in play. Sheffield now tries to play it out, and a call coming against Brighton. Whitcovey will take this kick for the Hawks. That one trying to get to the box. Marshall able to crowd off his chest. His shot was deflected initially by Campbell. Now Tripp with it. He looks to center this. Nobody home for the Hawks and sent out off Campbell. Thrown into Sheffield. Bain now tries to use the side of his foot. As again, that is out of play off of Brighton. Boy, trying to thread the needle up to Tempest. Bain now. He's going to chip this to Tempest. Nice job there by Fordham. Finds his way back to Tempest now, just outside the box. Sheffield now Bain. He's going to throw this one on net as Savage will catch that easily with the gloves. What a booming kick that time from Savage. Perkins settles it middle of the field. Going to drop it back to Brogue with some time. Near side now with Fordham. Valerio gave chase. Fordham able to dribble around him. Now tries to center to Coffey. Instead broken up, I believe, by Covey. How about Brighton advancing the ball down the field with their heads? Now Porter, far side of the field. Jay Jones able to challenge from behind. And then that one kicked out off Marshall Miller. Blake Homer comes on for the Bengals as Seth Fankhauser will come off and get a breather. Coffey from just outside the box. He fires that one shallow of the goal and out of play. McAleese, his kick. Headed up by Bain. Miller now just pushes this up to Porter. Able to keep it in play. Now Tempest giving chase for the Hawks. A nice job coming back by Campbell. Able to deflect that. And then it rolls out, and the call will be a goal kick. Boy, look at how quickly Savage wants to put this in play before Alta can get back, though it went right to the chest of Connor Sheffield. Perkins now has that one challenged and taken away by Bain. Bain now trying to play this one up. That one floated past Tempest. As now Fordham looks to clear it and does. Giving chase is Warren Cook for the Bengals as Brandon Tripp will head it back to McAleese. Challenge that's out off of Miller. Fankhauser comes back on for Jay Jones of the Bengals. Coffey able to punch that one up. Now Marshall Miller has that one kicked away by Brogue. And a high kick off the foot of Tripp. Fordham playing this one up to Perkins. And then shielding it was Aaron Wooden and allowing McAleese to come out and catch it. Brandon Tripp near touchline. Pass up to Affleck. Fankhauser. Beautiful pass up to Homer. Challenge Fankhauser coming up in support again, and now a call against the Hawks. Connor Fordham from just inside the midline sends this one in the box, getting ahead on it, but out of play for the Bengals, I believe, was Campbell. The kick from McAleese was just beyond a jumping Bernardo. Jay Jones back on for the Bengals as Cook comes off. Coffey had that one a little too far away from him as Covey disrupted it. Now Porter giving chase, and it is out off of Porter. Thrown into Coffey. He tries to send this up to Fankhauser from just outside the box. He's going to try to center to Perkins, and Tripp clears that one. Now a Brighton corner. Coffey will take this corner for the Bengals. This one fired in, and that one, boy, a beautiful attempt. And out of play off of Brighton. Boy, a beautiful chance that time for Homer. He would have liked to call. No assistance from the official. That one headed back up by Bernardo, and a whistle against him. Sheffield will take this kick. As Porter wide open, gets it to him, now trying to get around the defense of Bernardo. And that one rolls out of play, and a goal kick upcoming. Nearing the end of the 52nd minute. Still no score. Closest attempt we had was a Jay Jones shot in the first half. Hit that post. Couple other opportunities for each team, though that was obviously the best scoring chance. Perkins just surrounded by Hawks, able to get out of it. That one's sent up by Brogue. Defended nicely, however, by Wooden. Now this one's sent to the middle of the field, and Criddle there to close down for the Bengals and get possession back, as now Coffey trying to get around Covey. Defense nicely by Covey, and he will kick that out for a Brighton throw-in. Looking for Perkins in the box. That one bounced past him, and now a goal kick. McAleese keeps this one low, able to find Porter near midfield. Well, nice job getting through the defense there of the Bengals. Now up for Miller. Flag is up, and an offside on Marshall Miller and the Hawks. The kick from Savage. Nice job by Covey that time, coming around Coffey, who was trying to shield him off, and this one's out of play. Middle of the field with Sheffield. Was looking up for Miller. That one was beyond him as Perkins can't control it. Nice job finding Tripp. Now Alta using space to their advantage. Just as I say that, turn it over. Now near side with Fordham. He looks up for Perkins. They're able to connect. Brogue looking up the field with Fankhauser, and again, that's Wid Covey, who's been solid defensively today for the Hawks. This one's sent up. Valerio trying to get there for Alta. Coming over in support was Criddle. Bain, however, able to keep possession, tripped up, and a call made against the Bengals. Brogue. Tripp will take this kick from 10 yards outside the box. Tries to loft it in, and looked like maybe getting a header on it was Sheffield. It is out off of Brighton, and a corner upcoming. Porter will take this corner, plays it into Bain underneath. Back to Porter now, closing down quickly was the defense of the Bengals led by Fordham. That one played up the touchline and out of play, and now a Brighton throw-in. This one dropped back to Matthew Coffey. Going outside, Porter tried to reach back to break it up, but it ended up with Jones. He tried to fire that one on net, off target, and out of play. McAleese to put this back in play. Challenge headed up by Sheffield, then cleared by Jay Jones. Brighton able to settle down the possession. Perkins trying to find some space, does so eventually with Brogue. Oh, nice job that time by Bernardo. Now near side Fordham, able to dribble up into some space. Opportunity developing. Boy, they were looking up for Perkins that time, and it was Tripp who's able to break it up for the Hawks. Sheffield not able to get much on it. And then how about the ball handling of Bain, and now Alta looking to quickly counter. He's going to throw this outside to Porter. A nice sliding save there by Bernardo as he pushes it out of play. Affleck now comes on for the Hawks as Marshall Miller able to keep that one in play. Then Fankhauser there to break up the pass for Marquez. However, Alta still with it. Here's Bain. He was looking up for Valerio. Boy, trying to touch it outside to Marquez and then cleared by Brighton. And now Coffey looking to create an offensive chance. Looked like a push there. No call coming against Coffey as McAleese will gather it and throw it out to Brandon Tripp. Now here's Affleck with it. Tempest had that one knocked out off Brighton. So we wrap up the 60th minute between number 1 and number 2. Fankhauser's pass deflected out. Perkins going to touch this back to Fordham. Valerio, nice job closing down on that. And out off the Hawks, thrown up to Perkins in the box. That one headed out quickly, however, by Wooden. Fankhauser to throw in, looking for Cook along that goal line. And now a goal kick for Alta. McAleese's kick is going to be settled by Marquez after the challenge at midfield. That one, Marquez couldn't keep it in. Looking up for Coffey as Covey heads it back up to Marquez. Now Bain. Boy, and Christian Bain, we've called his name a lot in this game today as well for the Hawks. Criddle has it taken away by Bain. And how about the other 20? Brogue coming up for the Bengals. And a nice move there by Coffey, able to get possession along that touchline. However, Sheffield able to break it up, and that one kicked out. Thrown into Coffey, able to dribble around the defense. Now he looks to send this one on net. McAleese answers the call. Brogue gets ahead on that one. Sheffield, nice job controlling it. Tempest surrounded by Bengals and gives it up. Fankhauser now to Fordham. He's going to try to send this up to Perkins. That one got beyond Tripp. However, Tripp able to come back and punch that out as Marquez now with it on that far touchline. Looking up the field for Miller. It's defense by Campbell. Miller, boy, almost got around him that time as that one is sent out viciously by Brogue. Alta will throw it in and back to Covey. Covey's going to look to serve this one up. Nobody home as Fordham able to head it out easily to Fankhauser. Fordham looking up this time for Coffey. He is onside. Boy, got an opportunity to dribble around the defense of Wooden, but tripped there to kick it out. Now Coffey still in the box, has it taken away by Bain, and a whistle and a foul against Coffey. Boy, in that first half, we talked about the youth of Marshall Miller. How about the youth of Christian Bain? Only a sophomore, and he has been stellar today for the Hawks in this battle against the number 1 Brighton Bengals, as that one from Fankhauser is long. McAleese's kick challenged, and a whistle against Jay Jones of Brighton. Wooden will put this in play in the box and over everybody as Savage will let it bounce out. Colton Savage. Perkins able to head it up right to Wooden. However, Fankhauser there in support. Boy, almost had a shot at a running Coffee. Broken up, however, by the Hawks. I want to say that it was Tripp who did it. This one was just beyond Marshall Miller. Giving chase now is Bernardo as his pass is deflected out off the Hawks. Porter comes on for Alta. Blake Homer on for the Bengals. Coffee was looking up for Perkins. Broken up, however, by Wooden. Bain tries to send this up to a running Miller. Headed out by Criddle. And how about the leaping effort that time by Covey? That challenge comes out of bounds sharply. Boy, a good number of fans here today for both sides, and they've had to be sharp as we've seen multiple balls headed in their direction. This one was sent up for Homer. Tripp there trying to keep it in and does so. Sends this up the field beyond Tempest, headed out initially by Criddle. Alta, however, still with possession. Marquez, middle of the field, has an open Connor Sheffield. Just pushes this one up into the box. It was beyond Miller and Tempest as Savage collects. Coffee has that one deflect off of him hard and out of play. Thrown into Porter. And a call against the Hawks and Porter. For clarification, actually an illegal throw-in. Hence, Brighton gets the throw-in opportunity. Fankhauser now. He's trying to find some space. Gives it to Coffee. That play deflected out of play. Thrown into Fankhauser. And again, out off the Hawks. Tried to get it to Homer and beyond him, and a goal kick upcoming. Diamond comes back on for the Hawks as the 68th minute complete here. Fordham now, Tempest giving chase. Perkins looks to settle it before Brighton does so. But dangerous pass as Miller almost able to intercept that, and then this one off the side of the foot of Campbell and out. Boy, and the Hawks have had pretty good pressure here in this second half as that time Porter tried to play it up to Miller. Now Marquez as Fankhauser looking to close in on him. Plays it up to Tempest. Trying to get around Fordham. Boy, pesky D's. Tempest still with it. That time was looking for Diamond in the middle of the field. That one could not be kept in play. Ball awarded to the Hawks. Diamond, man on boy, nice job evading that. However, his pass deflected by Fordham as Cook plays up to Fankhauser. Tripp now. And Sheffield will drop it back to Wooden. Tries to throw this one up. Miller looking to head it up. Here's Cook trying to shield off Diamond. Fankhauser trying to push this outside. How about Tempest? Nice closing speed that time, able to deflect it out. Jay Jones comes on for the Bengals. As Fankhauser comes off. Fordham trying to get around Marquez. He will pass it to Homer. And now he's trying to get an advantage around Tripp. And that's out of play in a corner awarded to Brighton. Coffee will take this corner kick. Leaves it on the ground. Coffee's going to fire. Boy, what a save by McAleese. That one was just off target, but it prevented what could have been another corner. And McAleese now will kick it. Miller able to get ahead on it. Marquez coming up. Marquez tried to give it to Tempest. Fordham was there, however. That one sent beyond Perkins as Coffey looks to settle it and gain possession for the Bengals. Was looking for Cook, and pass was a little off. Given to Porter, now a whistle, and an easy one against Cook. Connor Sheffield from just inside the midline. This one served into the box. Savage came out. He is out of his net, and he hit the ground hard. You could hear a thud from up here. He is rolling in pain. Savage stays on for the Bengals as Porter now will take this corner for the Hawks. Tries to go back of the net. That one headed out initially by Campbell. Still on net. Marquez looks to shoot and headed out again, this time by Fordham. And danger averted for the Bengals as Coffey plays to Perkins. That pass deflected out off Tripp. Savage now comes off for the Bengals. Braden Hickey will be their new keep, and Mention was able to get up under his own power. Well, was assisted up, was able to walk, but was certainly favoring that back, and hence the substitution. Hickey, however, a very capable keeper. He's got a pair of shutouts on the season, and the defense just doesn't stop for these Bengals. That one was tried to be centered to Finkhauser off the foot of Coffey, and then a challenge and a whistle called against Homer and the Bengals. In the 76th minute, as McAleese's kick is headed back and then cleared by Bernardo. Coffey giving chase. Boy, and that time, Coffey did not miss by much. Looked like it was misplayed by this Hawk defense. It gave Coffey an opportunity. Nearly scored. Affleck and Valerio both come on for the Hawks now. And that one's headed out off of Bernardo. Sheffield tries to get it to Miller, and then a whistle and a call against Miller that time. Kick awarded to the Bengals. The Alta faithful not big fans of that call. Coffey able to push it to Homer, and then taken away nicely by Wooden. Now Miller, he gets pushed over, and a call now against Brogue. Wooden looks to send this one up. Finkhauser got a foot on it. Nice job by Bain that time, playing it out, and then deflected out off Finkhauser. Tempest trying to get around the pair of Bengals. Now it's Bain and Finkhauser almost in a face-off as they take each other down. Boy, and Perkins that time looked like he didn't make the play he wanted, but it ended up right with Blake Homer. Now Perkins again near midfield. He's going to push this outside to Coffey. Coffey has help along that touchline. He's going to go there. Now this one's going to be centered, and that's over everybody. McAleese lets it bounce, and it will slowly roll out. Warren Cook now on for the Bengals. As the pass came off of him. Tripp now sends this one high. Miller able to push it back to Bain. Now Affleck, he dribbled into the Bengals, and now they look to play it up. There is Widcovey. Affleck couldn't quite get there. Nice job by Tempest helping to save the possession. He was looking to play that up to Miller. It was a little off. Given back to the Bengals. Perkins pushes outside now to Coffey. Has Cook to his right. He's going to go that direction. Now Cook looks to center. That pass was off. And then Sheffield couldn't handle it off of his own foot. Covey now tries to head it back. Porter now with it. Nice challenge there by Brogue. Fans wanted a call. I think that was a good challenge by the Brighton Bengal. And hence play continues. And now a play developing for them. Perkins, if he can get there, this is too far for him. No, he's able to keep it in play. What a job by Perkins. Centering pass that's just beyond a diving Coffey. He wanted a call, slams the ground, asking for one. It will, however, be a goal kick for the Hawks. We are in extra time here at Alta High School. Still no score. That one ends up with Coffey, who just missed a great chance. Now he's going to fire on net, and McAleese deflects that one out. The Bengals really putting pressure on here in these closing minutes. Coffee with the corner. This one served up, deflected out, now almost sent back on net. Someone got a foot on it, able to clear it for the Hawks. As that is Miller's pass gets deflected. He would have liked some assistance from the official. Nothing there. Perkins was trying to play it back to Cook. That one deflected and lifted over everybody by Sheffield. Now it's Jay Jones. Heads to Fankhauser from about 25 yards out. He is shedding defenders, and a call against Fankhauser. He can't believe it. Boy, a flurry of opportunities for the Bengals here in these late minutes of regulation. Haven't been able to capitalize yet, but now it's Coffee seeking another one. Nice job by Covey coming over, and another Bengal corner. Another corner for Coffee. Near side of the net. That one broken up and kicked out by Wooden. This one still in and will slowly roll out and be an Alta throw-in. Porter may have thought that he had some Bengals closer to him than he did. Now he's going to try to keep this one in play. Does so, able to find Marshall Miller. Nice header that time from Porter. That one hit the side of Bain's foot. Fankhauser now trying to settle it. Does so. Has Perkins. Instead, he's going to look to fire on net. Broken up. Whistle blows. Regulation is ended. Still scoreless. We're headed to overtime. We have entered golden goal situation. 2 10-minute overtimes. And the first team to score wins. Fordham looking up to Fankhauser. Has it at midfield. He's going to try to change the field, get it over to Perkins. Does so. Challenged by Covey. Cook now with it. Perkins tries to play that around Covey. Nice attempt to save it. Jay Jones. He's going to look to center. And this one floats behind the goal. McAleese going to try that far touchline. Porter able to head it inward, though it went right to Brogue. Then Jay Jones has it taken away. Here's Bain. Dribbles into space. Fankhauser was coming up on him, able to play it up to Valerio. However, nice job that time creating the steal by Cook. And Sheffield able to create the turnover. Stepping up, however, was Criddle for the Bengals. Cook now tries to throw that up, was hoping to get Jones that direction. Alta now to throw in, looking for Valerio. It's over his head. Jay Jones going to center. Cook quickly up. Back to Cook. That one deflected off the chest of Coffee. Now Bernardo going to play this one up, and McAleese makes the jumping catch. And ball now against Bain. Fordham. And he overkicks everyone trying to get down there is Campbell. He does not do so. And a goal kick upcoming. McAleese. His kick goes out. Was looking for either Porter or Covey. Not really sure who he's going to, as this one is lofted over Perkins. Blake Homer comes on for the Bengals. This one finds Sheffield. He's going to try to play this one up. Was looking for Colomir. Defended initially by the Bengals. And then that one, boy, Colomir really took that in deflecting that shot back and out. Savage will put this in play. Failed to mention, he returned at the start of this overtime as the keeper for the Bengals, obviously, as he took that goal kick. But good to see him okay after taking that hard fall late in the second half. Fankhauser, look at him just stop on a dime. He's going to push this out to Fordham. He tries to center it. will connect with Cook, and now a whistle and a call against the Hawks. Fordham puts this in play, serves into the box, and that one headed out, I believe. It was by Wooden. As Miller tries to gain possession, he is pushed over and fouled. On the back half of this, opening this first overtime. That one served up. Miller gets ahead on it in the box, headed out now by Fordham to Fankhauser. He's trying to get around Bain. Sheffield there to break it up. Comes near side with Valerio. He's going to look to try to center this to Miller. He gets ahead on it, now giving chase as Bernardo clears it out of play. Covey throws into Miller. Played it back to Porter, and again it's Bernardo who sends this sky high. Perkins heads up the field. Now played up to Coffey, who's giving chase. Brandon Tripp back defensively for the Hawks, and he deflected that off of Coffey. The kick from McAleese as we have wrapped up now the 87th minute. This one headed over. Valerio looks to send it up. It is beyond Colomir. And then kicked out by Fordham. As that one came off of Tripp's head backward. Sheffield. Fankhauser tried to get back to it. There's Marquez. Fankhauser able to take it away from him. Now he's got some space and an opportunity developing for the Bengals from just outside the box. Oh boy, look to dribble in, and now a whistle and a late call coming against the Hawks. Coffey will take this kick, throws it on net. McAleese able to make a save, and Fankhauser still with possession. Now he tries to center. McAleese again. Two beautiful saves by Dylan McAleese, the junior keeper. And danger is averted again for the Hawks in the 88th. Headed back up by Fordham, and that one's out of play. Colomir tried to center, nobody home. Brogue sends this up again, giving chases Coffey, and McAleese again will come out and clutch that tightly to his chest. And now Coffey is down. McAleese puts this in play. It's going to come down around midfield. And a handball call against Bain. Boy, and the Hawks keep giving the Bengals opportunities here in the second half. Fordham's kick, that one is long and out of play. First overtime over. We're headed to a second. Second overtime underway. Brighton will start with possession for the first time in 50 minutes. The Bengals will go into this wind, and the Hawks will have it at their backs. Nice play by Fankhauser that time, able to keep it in as Covey looks to clear it. Now played up to Cook. He tries to bring this to the middle of the field. It has it taken away. Tempest to Bain, back to Tempest. Cook coming up on him. Tempest trying to get around him, does. Plays it up, and that one kicked out off of Affleck. Perkins. He sends this one up to space. Coffey giving chase. Coffey tried to drop it to Fankhauser. There was Porter to give possession back to the boys in white. Now here's Miller. Plays it up. Headed out initially by Fordham. Miller now trying to control it for the Hawks. Marked by Criddle. Now by Fordham. Well, now both of them. Fordham's going to kick that up and out of play. Here's Tempest. And that one kicked out by Brighton. Now clear down the field as Wooden will come over. Here's Tripp now. Tempest has his pass deflected, and now Coffey with it. He punches this ahead as Covey sends it up, allows some support to come defensively. Here's Valerio. Bain again, able to find Sheffield. He went down hard. And now a call, and it will be a kick for the Hawks near midfield as Bain is still down. Brandon Tripp From 2 yards, this side of the midline, serves into the box beyond everyone, and Savage able to keep that out. Savage now places this down. He will kick it up as Miller came up to try to pressure him. Headed back up by Sheffield. Here's Valerio now. He punches out to Porter, trying to get around Fankhauser. He is shut down, still able to get through Bernardo initially and close down nicely. And that one's still in play. I thought that went out, but it didn't. Nice job getting around Covey, Perkins, and Bernardo. Now Bernardo plays this up. Coffey going to try to give chase. On his horse is Affleck, as he will let that roll out. Homer comes back on for the Bengals as this throw-in is to Perkins. He lost his footing as Valerio now has it. Closing down on him was Jay Jones. He's going to push this ahead now, trying to give chase, make a run at it, is Tempest. Defended and nicely done so by Porter Criddles. He takes that away along that far touchline. Keeping it in is Bain. He dribbles to midfield, now going to turn the field. Porter tried to play that up to Miller. He was looking to head it up to Porter, but was sniffed out by Bernardo. Now a challenge. Both players go down. That one deflected off of Homer. And now this is Coffey with it. He looks to play it up. And boy, that one nearly got behind to Perkins. It did. He's going to fire. McAleese able to dive and make that save for the Hawks. Looks to throw it up to Affleck. Now Valerio. Porter now. Marked by Bernardo. And Bernardo's had a nice game defensively for these Bengals. He's trying to shield off Porter. Well, nice shot by Porter, staying with that. Now he's going to try to center this in the box. That one headed out by Fordham. Bain now going to try to punch this outside to Affleck. Couldn't get much on it as Fordham clears it for Brighton. Perkins plays this back to Fankhauser. Going to come near side now with Homer. Oh boy, they were looking to play that up to Coffey on a run, headed out by Covey. And that time it was Bain who played it beyond. Thrown in quickly. Here's Coffey, able to get around Covey. Has Homer to his right, going to try to serve it that direction as McAleese comes out and jumps on it. Marquez now on for the Hawks as we are in the 97th minute. Still no score between the state's two best. And a call here against the Bengals. So a kick awarded to the Hawks. Wooden will take it. Of note, Ben Perkins picked up a yellow for delay as he kicked that one away. So he comes off. Cook on for him. This one served up. Middle of the box. Oh boy, Miller was looking to bicycle that one towards the net. He missed it. Have to wonder if the wind played with that one. It has been a vicious wind all day long. As coming over in support now, Covey tries to play it up to Affleck. Instead, it rolls through to Tempest. Fankhauser coming back defensively. Nice challenge. Flag is up and a call against the Hawks. And Perkins will come back on. And Perkins will not come on. He will stay off for now. It's Tripp. Had that one bounce off of him. Cook trying to settle it. Fankhauser. This one pushed outside now with Bernardo. He's going to look to serve this one up in the box. And headed out by Aaron Wooden of the Hawks. It's Homer who gave chase, though. Sheffield was able to get ahead on it. Now Homer controlling it. Plays up to Cook. Cook tried to go outside with Bernardo. That was Marquez who came back for the Hawks. Then he turned it over. Here's Homer. Boy, he looked to go to Bernardo. And then that one cleared out by Alta. Perkins comes back on as Fankhauser looks to throw in. Valerio takes it away. Miller now punches out to Marquez. That's a nice job by Campbell getting ahead on it and heading it back up the field. And now a whistle and a call against Homer. Tripp will take this kick as we're in the closing minutes of this second overtime. This one served in the box and just beyond a leaping header attempt from Sheffield. This kick from Savage. Fluttered in that wind a little bit. Boy, it looked like a handball, and it is. From 30 yards out, it will be Marshall Miller who takes it. No, it won't be. This one will be fired upon, and scoring is Connor Sheffield. This one is over. The Hawks have defeated the Brighton Bengals in double overtime. And again, our final score here from Alta High School in double overtime. The Alta Hawks have defeated the Brighton Bengals 1-0. And boy, what a game this was. You know, in that first half, the Hawks had the wind of their backs. They had a couple opportunities, but it was really Jay Jones for the Bengals, who had a beautiful opportunity from about 32 yards out. He hit the post, and it would be no score at the break. Second half, the Bengals had a few more opportunities. Again, they could not find the net. We'd go to overtime. First overtime, again, the Bengals had a number of opportunities. The Hawks gave them a couple really good looks, some free kicks, some corner kicks. They could not get it past Dylan McAleese. Cannot even mention how good of a game he had. The keep for the Alta Hawks was absolutely phenomenal for them and really kept them in this game. And then that second overtime, well, it was the Bengals' turn to be a little more charitable, and they certainly were. A free kick near midfield that led to the handball, and a kick from 30 yards out. It looked like it was going to be Marshall Miller, their leading scorer, but he stepped right over the ball, and stepping up to the ball was Connor Sheffield, who sent it to the back corner of the goal past Colton Savage for the 1-0 victory in double overtime. And the Alta Hawks now have, well, they've created a bit of a mess in Region 3 as they are now moved to 7-1 in region play. The Brighton Bengals now 6-1. They have an opportunity to remain tied. Both teams kind of take control of their season at this point. They win out. They will be tied for that first place. Certainly two of the best teams in Region 3 and two of the best teams in the entire state, and they certainly showed it here today. But in the end, it was the Alta Hawks getting the better of the Brighton Bengals 1-0 in double overtime off the Sheffield goal. That's going to do it for us today here on Comcast High School Rewind. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.